You know, I'm not gonna lie, I finished talking about the Flash movie about 5 seconds ago. So what should I talk about now? Something that's maybe equally as mid, the Flash season 9 TV show finale. Man, the season 9 of the Flash, man. Okay, listen. My brother can attest to this. I am the filth of the superhero community. Because, like, listen, personally, I like superheroes. The Flash is my favorite superhero. In fact, I love him, man. But, like, when it comes to superhero movies and media, dude, like I said earlier, I am like the filth that glues it all together. I'm like the sheep, the cattle, okay? You throw a cameo in my face, I will literally float off the ground like I'm in some cartoon from the 90s and I smell like breakfast. And I will float over to the cameos, okay? Like, example, Black Adam, man. Everyone says, oh, mid-movie. Dude, I watched it. I was like, dude, that was a pretty good movie. Like, I liked that movie a lot. Like, yeah, it had some flaws, but, dude, it had some cameos. It had some cool fight scenes. It had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, dude. Like, that end credit scene was crazy. Like, that's just me. So here's the thing. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about season 9 of The Flash. And listen, I have always been an avid supporter of The Flash. I mean, I like kind of grew up watching it, kind of, sort of. Like, I mean, I graduated this very year, the same year The Flash ended. So, like, in the way the 9th season went, quote unquote, full circle, so did me, dude. Some would say I am The Flash. I'm kidding. But here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. I have the same views as everyone else about The Flash. I know it's mid. I know it kind of got bad after season 3. I know that we all wished, oh, too many speedster villains. Then we got a villain that wasn't a speedster and everyone's like, oh, it's mid. Like, I get it, guys. I get it. I completely understand. Here's the thing. I'm not like everyone else who jumped ship after season 4 because of the stupid, like, we are the Flash or that it got mid or whatever. No, I soldiered through every season. Okay, every week I'm there at my TV, on my phone, on YouTube, whatever the means, whatever the will, I was there to watch The Flash. And what did that get me, bro? The 9th season. The 9th season. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hyped when all the leaks came out, dude. Like, listen, I hear that the starter villain, the main villain of the first arc of the 9th season was gonna be the Red Death. The Red Death, man. I've been waiting for this. Yeah, they kind of ruined Godspeed, but, like, it's okay. They learned from mistakes. This is the 9th season. They've only got like 14 episodes. They're not going to waste it on a bunch of side characters. Yeah, they did that. But anyway, the Red Death, man. Dude, they have so much potential. We get some leaks that Oliver Queen is going to be returning, that Stephen Amell is going to be reprising his role as the Green Arrow in the last episode, like the last season of The Flash. I was like, dude, no way they're actually doing this. What they should have done from the start. They're going to bring Red Death in, and it's going to be Oliver Queen, and that is going to be so awesome because Barry has grieved over Oliver, but he hasn't really got... I mean, Oliver died saving the multiverse. He got his goodbye, but he didn't really get his goodbye. Like, how is he going to handle that? Okay? He sees literally Oliver Queen, who has always been more skilled than him, but the main thing is... speed was the difference. Speed is what evened them out. And there could have been so many good callbacks. Like, remember that one episode, Flash versus Arrow in season 1, where Barry's like, oh, you could train, you can lift weights, you could do this and you could do that, but you will never be as fast as I am, dude. We could have got a callback to that scene where he's finally faster, okay? We get to see how Barry reacts to having an equal, no, someone who's better than him. Because all these past speedsters, they hit him in speed, but this speedster could have him in speed and in strategy. Plus, you'll have to deal with the fact that this is literally like Oliver Queen or a doppelganger or, you know, some misplaced person in time or corrupted. I don't know how they do it. They could do it a variety of different ways, but we could see how that dynamic worked because not only would he have to fight him on a physical level, but on an emotional and mental level as well. It'd be crazy. But then more leaks came out, and then we learned that Red Death was going to be Batwoman, you know, from the show that had one season and then flopped, and then the actor literally quit. So they made another season with a new actor, and then that one flopped as well. So yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Or Batwoman's show literally got canceled after like one season, technically 2. But hey, I don't know. Maybe they can do it. Maybe they can make Batwoman good again, or just good, period. I don't think Batwoman was ever really good, okay? Like, I get it. It's too late to add Bruce Wayne. Would have been awesome if you could have had Oliver Queen, of said, what if that would have been epic? But whatever, right? Maybe we'll still be good. It could be. You never know. And then, to absolutely no one's surprise, the movie, sorry, the movie. I'm used to talking about the Flash movie. My bad. The show, the season was mid. Red Death shows up. She's in a goofy suit, okay? Her backstory is dumb. She's dumb. Some of the villains were kind of cool, I guess. Like Captain Boomerang was cool for like an episode, but then he kind of just sucked later. And stupid, like, what was his name? Mark? The ice guy? I don't remember what his name was, dude. The show like ended like a month ago. And like he was a series regular and he was there, I guess. I don't know why. And there was Cecile and Allegra, which like aren't horrible characters, but they're horrible characters if you catch my drift. Like there's nothing against them. It's just they don't really seem to need like, okay, when you get to the point where Joe's love interest is in the show, and we get to the point where Joe leaves the show and his love interest stays as a part of Team Flash, like, excuse me? I don't know. I guess it could work. Like, sure, why not? But anyway, that's only like the beginning of the season. The first like arc or whatever, like that sucked. Like the final battle, I guess, looked pretty cool, but they literally had like the most corniest, like, oh, it's a Tuesday. So listen up. We got the final season of The Flash, the final season to wrap up everything that's already like cut in half when it comes to episodes practically. We get a trash first arc. It's pretty bad, okay? But if we can make the rest of the show really good, especially the final act, dude, we can redeem ourselves here, okay? We can. But then what do we get instead? Mid each week. Mid after mid after mid. We get like an episode that's just on the girls and that one like luck lady that died in season 4. You know, we get episodes where Barry's completely sidelined and not even there. Like, I mean, I don't know. And like, listen, I don't think it's bad to like give these side characters episodes like, I guess, flesh them out or whatever they're planning on doing. But like, when you get to the point where this is the last season, the last time, I feel like we should focus more on Barry. But like, I've been talking a lot of smack about this season, okay? And that's because the final episode left a pretty bad taste in my mouth, okay? I'm not even gonna try to lie to you guys. That's just how it went. I'm sorry. So like I said, don't get me wrong. There was a few good episodes, like that one crossover episode with Wally West and John Diggle and Oliver Queen and Bloodwork. That was a pretty solid episode. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I actually enjoyed watching it. It was cool. A lot of cool callbacks, you know. I mean, it was cool. Yeah, dude. Probably one of the best episodes, if not the best. And then we got that one episode where Barry runs back in time. It's like a solo Barry episode where he goes back in with Thawne and he like makes the whole Flash show go full circle. That was awesome. Okay, and then we had the final, which is what I'm really here to talk about. Okay, this final was hyped for a bit, for like a hot minute, because everyone knew that the old speedsters that were in the Flash, I'm talking Reverse Flash, I'm talking Zoom, I'm talking Savitar, I'm talking Godspeed to a lower degree. I'm not talking Red Death, because I guess we just forget about Red Death. I didn't even want her in it anyway. They're all returning to fight Barry, or fight Barry. So here's the dealio. Let me give it to you, right? We have a situation where quite literally all these speedsters return. And when that final episode started, dude, I started watching it and I was hyped. Because, dude, my brother kept telling me, dude, it's going to be mid. It's going to be mid, dude. The Flash is mid. And I was like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. You want to know why you're so wrong? You want to know why? Because I know this is going to be awesome. I watched the first bit. I'm like, dude, this is hype. I'm like yelling in my room. My brother's like, oh, he's watching The Flash. I guess it's pretty good or whatever. I'm like, guess what, man? Let me tell you something. When all of the villains reunited for like 5 minutes, that was easily the best part of the episode. It was awesome. You know, we had Zoom and Godspeed, you know, talking to each other, about to beat each other up because their egos are huge. You know, they're trying to figure out what's going on. And then their first Flash shows up and he's mocking them. And Zoom's like, what, man? I'm the fastest man alive. And he's like, please, dude, that's me for real. And then Godspeed comes in with this MCU humor. He's like, no, I'm the true god of speed. And then, dude, the single best part of the entire episode for me is when right after Godspeed does his MCU line, you just hear the Savitar music kick in and he just pops out of nowhere. He's like, no, bro, I'm the god of speed. And I was like, yo, dude, this show is awesome, dude. Redeemed. Best season ever, dude. Savitar is back. He's probably my favorite speedster villain, dude. I loved Savitar. He was great. I'm not even gonna lie. It was awesome. So, dude, I'm hyped. And Eddie Thawne, wait, we haven't talked about Eddie Thawne yet. Yeah, he came back this season. The negative speeds force, yada, 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 brought him back to life. He's being corrupted and turning evil. And like, he's like, I was supposed to be a hero. I was like, yeah, bro, but everyone forgot about you. Barry, like, you know, took your girl, took your life, yada, yada, yada. Who cares, man? Grow up. And then next thing we know, Barry shows up to fight Eddie. Well, more like Eddie shows up to fight Barry. And it's pretty cool, you know. He shows up, he's like, oh, let's fight. And Barry's like, oh, I'm going to beat you, man. We're going to fight, and I'm going to win. And he's like, oh, you in what army? And, you know, and then the Flash calls his little gal pals. You know, he calls his group Team Flash. You know, it's like, whatever. And then all of a sudden, he's like, oh, mine are bigger than yours. And he calls in all of the past villains, you know, like villains that took entire seasons to defeat, that Barry could barely, if not even beat on his own, and he has to fight them all at once, including Eddie Thawne. Like, dude, this is gonna be crazy. But then things go a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. Things kind of fell off from there because for some reason the Flash is, oh guys, Delta maneuvers, go. And each one of the side characters of Team Flash, which consists of Chillblaine, I remembered his name, Caitlin, who's like not Caitlin, who's like a goddess, I guess, Cecile, and Allegra. And they're all like, okay, Team Flash, let's go beat these these bad guys who are doing some bad things. And Barry fights Eddie. And I'm like, okay, I guess. Like this. And oh yeah, Nora was there too. Nora, Barry's daughter. She was there too. How could I forget? Easily the worst part of the episode, okay? Hear me out. So they all go to fight. And I'm like, dude, how is like the side characters gonna beat these villains? I mean, it's not even that these side characters are weak, because we got some heavy hitters, I guess. I mean, tell, don't show. That's basically what the show is. But like, dude, they're fighting Zoom, Savitar, even Godspeed's got to give him a run for his money. Like, Godspeed is the guy who Barry couldn't beat on his own, apparently. But what happens? Cecile fights Godspeed. You know, they fight, and it's almost like she's got some superpower to like completely ignore the fact that super speed exists, because she just takes them all on one and eventually beats them. And it's like, whatever, I don't really care about Godspeed either. Then there was Zoom. Okay, Zoom's pretty cool. I like Zoom. A lot of people really like Zoom, but Zoom for me, he's okay. He does his little "you can't lock up the darkness" thing, and everyone goes crazy, and then eventually gets beaten by like lightning, even though he's been able to throw lightning his entire time. I don't know. And then we got the Reverse Flash, who gets taken out by the stupid like cleaning product Allegra. Okay. Like, he kills, like, Chester, whatever his name was. Chester doesn't actually die. And Allegra's all of a sudden there, and she freaks out, and she just one-taps the Reverse Flash. It's like, what? Excuse me? That wasn't in the script? Why, dude? Like, the Reverse Flash doesn't even get to come back and fight Barry? And then the biggest travesty happens. So picture this, guys, okay? They're in Central City. Nora and Savitar fighting, okay? We got Nora, Barry's daughter, and we got Savitar, an alternate reality version of Barry, or rather a time remnant of Barry, okay? And they're fighting. There's so much room for great storytelling. We got literally Nora and Savitar. Like, Nora is literally Savitar's kid. Like, bro, give us some dialogue. They don't really give us anything, okay? They're fighting, and it's cool. And then I'm like, dude, I mean, I guess Nora's gotten faster or Savitar's gotten slower, because, like, you know, Savitar kind of just like wrecked Barry immediately. And I know that was like his season 3 speed, but like still, dude, still. And eventually he catches up to her. I was like, dang, guys, that makes sense. The Flash is making sense. And then guess what? Grabs her. He does the Iris thing. You know, the like, you lose, Barry. He does that thing. He does that thing to her. And he's like, oh, you know, I tried to do, I forget exactly what he said, but he's like, oh, your mother survive this. I wonder if you will. Newsflash. She does. This guy grabs his little spear and he stabs it through her stomach. And I'm like, dang, dude, that's how they like kill Nora? Is Barry gonna have to like fight them, maybe like all of them? Is he gonna time travel? Like, how's he gonna fix this, dude? Like, that's crazy. He didn't go berserk again like he did on Zakeda? Like, dude, Nora's dead. But then, like, my hopes for the Flash movie, my dreams were crushed. Because Nora's... Dude, I'm monologuing. I'm monologuing. Because Nora's stomach starts vibrating where she was stabbed. Ooh, okay, smart trick. Phasing. That's cool, dude. How are you going to overcome this? You know, Savitar's just going to, like, kill you again. And she rips his spear out immediately and then runs right behind Savitar. Savitar doesn't even move, and she stabs him in the back, you know, through his impenetrable armor, or almost impenetrable, I don't know. And Savitar dies on the spot, and that's the last we see of him. Okay, guys, I know. All of you in the comments are probably being like, oh, well, actually, Pigol, you know, what happened was there was some complications because Grant Gustin got COVID in the production of like the last few episodes of The Flash, so they had to cut some Savitar bits, like more specifically like the Savitar and Zoom thing, because he got COVID and he couldn't do it. I know, believe me, and I'm really disappointed. I thought it wasn't gonna matter, but that's also the time where I thought that the season final was gonna be good. So yep, Savitar just dies, and know what Nora says. Okay, know what she says. Know what she says at the end. She says, ha, shway. Listen, I like Nora. She's cool, but she disrespected my mans like that. And I'm not mad at Nora, dude. Good for her. She just wrecked season 3's Big Bad. A season where they entirely dedicated an entire season towards, like literally, she wrecked single-handedly the villain that probably was the most troubling for the Flash. The villain that broke him. Okay, and sure, you could make many arguments. You could say that was Zoom, Reverse Flash, not Godspeed, not Godspeed. You could say that with a lot of villains, maybe DeVoe, but dude, Abracadabra said himself, you know, no one hurt Barry like he did. Okay, and yes, in our timeline of the Flash, CW the Flash, that time where he's from never came to pass. Okay, because they beat Savitar, but dude, Savitar is like the one villain who won, and that is crazy to me. He beat him, he broke Barry, he killed the love of his life, all that. Eobard Thawne could never do that. Zoom couldn't do that. None of that happened. I was crazy that he's just gotten like that. And then the rest of the episode happens. I guess they left it open. Barry didn't become the lightning. It struck him because, you know, they wanted a happy ending, but I don't see why they couldn't have just done both and had Barry throw the lightning, you know, at himself. They didn't have to do that. That's just a little nitpick of mine. It's whatever. He gave it to some comic book speedsters, which is cool, but the show's over, so it doesn't even matter. And they did a whole full circle thing or it turns out the whole show is being narrated by Barry. All the narration parts was him talking to his baby Nora, because he starts with the whole, like, to understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. And he does that. He says that to Nora. Okay, that was pretty cool. So yeah, season 5 was kind of mid. Not even gonna lie.